Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Cindy.
And we are the Hathaways from Hathaway We Go.
That's us. Yeah.
Normally, we do travel videos, Airstream videos, DIYs. But for the past several videos, we've been keeping you all updated on the problems with our truck. If you like that kind of thing, then fortunately, if you don't, then unfortunately, we are here with another update today. In this video, we hear back from our assigned Ford representative from the Better Business Bureau, and we have a, let's call it interesting conversation with Sholo Ford about our truck.
Such fun.
And we will give you a little lesson on how we pronounce things here. Show some scenery
for fun,
because we actually enjoy doing that part. Stick around and see how it turns out. Thursday, we were going to the valley because Cindy needs to have an MRI done on her knee because it's been bugging her for quite a while. She's finally going to take the plunge and get it taken care of, which is knee replacement. So,
wah, wah.
Yeah. Good morning. Today is Thursday, September 26th. We are on our way to the valley to take care of some stuff, the Phoenix Valley. Of course, we're in the Jeep, because if you haven't heard...
They're so sick and tired of hearing about it.
I'm sick and tired of talking about it. But here we are. 3 months now without air conditioning in our new Ford truck. So we drive this because it's 187 degrees in Phoenix. That's the way it goes. I heard from our assigned Ford rep this morning. I just had a feeling. Henry Ford came to me in my sleep and said, "Your representative is going to call you today."
That sounds just like Henry Ford.
It does, doesn't it? So I took a second phone with me so that I could record the conversation.
I know. That was very intuitive of you because
right?
Crazy.
So sure enough, at 6:25 a.m., I got a call from Ford. Cindy has not heard the recording yet.
Yeah. He comes home from his walk. I had just gotten out of the shower. My hair's all wet, you know. I mean, I'm just getting dressed. And he tells me that she called. And I'm like, what'd she say? And I'm just thinking, okay, this is it. This is the best news ever. He wants to just see me going, woohoo, on camera. So he goes, I recorded it. And he tells me about Henry and the dream and all that kind of stuff. And then he says, but I've decided I'm not going to let you hear the recording until you're on camera so we can get your response. What? So yeah, that was what, 2 hours ago?
Yeah.
So I'm waiting with bated breath.
I decided we will go ahead and play some of that call here so you can hear what's going on. So you get to hear it as she hears it. Let us know your reactions too.
We can kind of cut out a little bit there. I'm sorry about that. This is Andrea. I'm the chief back out to you from Ford Motor Company.
Can we...
How are you this morning?
Doing all right. How about you?
Doing all right myself. So can't complain. I did want to reach back out to you to go over a couple of things regarding your case. Okay.
Okay.
The first thing I wanted to go over was the buyback request. So the vehicle does not meet state guidelines for buyback replacement criteria for Arizona due to number of repair attempts and number of days out of service. So that's all it essentially says right there for that. Now, the next thing I wanted to go over was the vehicle itself. As of today, has it been brought into the dealership to have the compressor put in that's there, the newly ordered one?
It was taken in on the 12th, and they said the compressor is not the fix. Ford does not know what the fix is, and they sent us home.
His conclusion was he did advise that I should recommend you have the vehicle brought back in so the compressor that has been ordered and has arrived currently at the dealership can be put in. Yeah.
So she wants us to call the dealer and say, listen, we're going to bring it back in and you're going to put that compressor in.
Okay, let me stop you there and say the compressor has not been replaced. The clutch coil was replaced, and we did take the truck to the dealer. I mean, you let us know they had the compressor. We took it in on our scheduled time. They will not work on the truck.
You said they will not?
They will not work on it. They told us that the compressor would not fix it. They couldn't get word from Ford as to what would, and that we should take our truck and go home. But I do want to read you a little bit from that because it's tough to follow.
Yeah.
It's a little tough to follow. I do say that because I do understand that it was replaced previously and didn't resolve it. But I do believe that my engineering advised that there was more, it was a little bit more complex, if that makes sense, right? Does not make sense.
And I believe that our education, like such as in South Africa and the Iraq, everywhere like such as, and
This is our Ford rep, by the way. This is her message.
Like I said, the engineering, I opened up an escalation on the case and provided them with all their information on the vehicle as far as everything that has already been done, and then what has not been done, and what's currently wrong with the vehicle still.
our education over here in the U.S. should help the U.S. Or should help South Africa and should help the Iraq and the Asian countries. So we will be able to build up our future.
I made Cindy wait. She listened to it in the car, and she was astounded when she caught something that I hadn't caught.
Just for clarification, I will reach out to them because, like I said, I've been in consistent contact with the service department, the service advisor there at Showwell Ford, and we've kind of went back and forth and went over this several times in regards to the vehicle concerns and the issues with it. He did reiterate to me that the compressor's there, but just advised that you guys had, vehicle wasn't down at the time to replace it. So he definitely didn't advise that they didn't want to proceed with the repair or anything like that. I will reach back out to them.
Wait, did she just say that the service manager told her that we didn't want to have it fixed? Is that what she said? She said that they denied to proceed with the service.
Right, and we didn't understand.
And I was just like, what did she just say? Are you going to show that here?
I'm going to say that. I'm going to show it here.
You'll show that
I will
video
absolutely
of
show
me
that,
in the car, so I don't, okay.
Yeah.
I have him on video saying the compressor is not the problem. Ford doesn't know what the problem is, so they will not put the compressor in because then they would be liable if that didn't fix it. They'll call us when they have a resolution.
So what do you think? More Ford lies?
Yeah, well, yeah.
She caught it, I didn't, and I was like, no, she could not have said that. She
Yeah.
could not have said that we had denied to have it fixed. So we went on with our happy day, thinking there wasn't really
Because
a
we're thinking
problem.
there's no way that she said that.
Right.
Because also when she said they denied to proceed with service, something like that. I don't remember exactly how the words were, but it was
You'll hear it.
very much like that. And so then Dee convinced me that what she was saying is that they didn't deny that we wanted to have it serviced, or they didn't deny that we didn't want to have it serviced, or we don't know who they is. Anyways.
So it's behind me, isn't it?
It is.
I will take the time right now, as I do in a lot of videos, to say to those of you who have been watching, thank you for watching. Thank you for subscribing.
Absolutely.
We greatly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed, take just a second, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up.
It's free to subscribe, doesn't cost you anything, and it really helps us.
Right? You don't even have to like us to subscribe. It helps. We have grown...
Why would they subscribe if they didn't like us?
Because they want to put rude comments in. Leave us a comment. Keep it clean.
Somebody called, well, I guess they didn't call you Prince Charming, but they said something about your Prince Charming haircut. And I was like,
okay.
kind of good. And then somebody said that I looked like, they said something.
They started,
about,
okay, Diane
okay,
Keaton.
Diane Keaton.
She gets that all the time, too.
But I have gotten that for years, that I resemble Diane Keaton, which I'm perfectly okay with that.
You weren't even
I
wearing a
think
hat.
Diane Keaton needs to know, because I'd be more than happy to be in a movie with her. I think I could play her sister.
You could.
Yeah. Right?
So what movie do I get to be in? A Disney movie?
A Disney movie.
It's been exciting to see the subscriber count grow. We have had a couple of people comment and say, what are you guys going to do when the truck gets fixed or you don't have it anymore? Then what? And I'm like, happy day. We can go back to making fun videos.
Right. We don't enjoy the drama, really, I mean, we just don't.
Yeah.
But it seems like the people out in
You guys
YouTube
do,
do. They like the drama. They like Which is why you see so many thumbnails of, it's over, we're done RVing.
Or
Our RV was totaled.
Ford can't fix it. Oh, wait, that's us. We did not know that we would have a Ford truck video today when this comes out. Because we're like, what content are we going to do next week? I was like, Bison, we can finally get to Yellowstone.
Because after last week, when it was that, we took the truck in and they said, there's no fix, take it.
We'll call you
Go on
when
home.
we have
We'll
something.
call you when we know something. So we're like, well, I guess we don't have any more content about the truck. But then,
anyway, like, subscribe, thumbs up. That's all you got to do.
Sorry.
And hey, hit the notification bell so that you know where this all ends up.
Because then YouTube will notify you the minute our video drops.
Yeah. You'll be like, holy crap, Hathaway's have another video out. I wonder if they got their truck fixed. So we proceeded down to the valley.
We are on our way to Phoenix because today I'm having the MRI on my left knee because I have to have total knee replacement. Such fun. But I'm sick and tired of the pain. I've been dealing with this for years. I've been having injections in my knee for years. Obviously, they're no longer working. My knee is in a constant state of swollen and pain, and I'm done. And yet, every single time I see the doctor, I've found this surgeon that I'm going to now. I've been going to a different doctor that's up on the mountain where we live for the injections, but even the surgeon, they all say, yeah, it looks like you're heading toward total knee replacement. But the other options, we can talk about some other options. And I'm like, stop talking about other options. Just fix my knee. And they say it's an elective surgery. All right, well, could I have my knee replaced, please? Thank you. I don't get that. I'm in pain. I don't sleep. I can't walk. I can walk from here to there, but I can't go on walks. I can hardly get my leg in the car. And I can't sit in the car. I cannot drive because when I drive, then I have to sit in the driving position, even though it's my left leg. I'm not using it for the pedals, but I can't straighten it out or anything. So I can't drive myself anywhere. Dee has to drive me. So it's so nice.
Not to bring it back to the truck, but that's one reason we haven't taken it back to Peoria Ford. That's a 3-hour drive, needing 2 vehicles.
Yeah, because I can't drive all the way down there. And if any of you have had total knee replacement, would you let me know how it went for you? And if there's anything I need, I've started PT. The doctor wants me to do PT before surgery. I don't have a date for surgery yet. I meet with the doctor, with the surgeon, on October 30th. I've only met with his assistant. Then I started PT. She ordered this MRI. And I also have to go to the dermatologist because I've had melanoma. And so I have to and I'm in a study for people that have had melanoma. And so I have to have baseline checks every 6 months. So we're going down to the valley to knock out all the doctor's appointments and to get dog food. Such fun. Do you want to see the view? Very pretty. I know that the dirt looks red, but I promise we're not in Sedona. We are heading towards Payson, Arizona. This is the steep downhill. Maybe it doesn't look very steep to you, but it is. This is the pretty steep downhill. So, anywho.
This hill is one reason that we went with a diesel.
Yeah.
Because to go anywhere that way, southwest.
See, he's got his,
the
yellow guy's got his hazards on.
Yeah.
He's got his hazards on. Because this is the big climb up to the rim. To the Mogollon Rim.
I do believe there's a hill that's...
Oh, that guy's going fast. Jeez.
That's worse than this one. You know what hill I'm talking about.
Oh,
there's 3 big hills to and from the valley, and in our gas truck, we would do 30 on a light load day.
And so hills like this, we live out west, and there's a lot of hills. And I mean, just for us to go to Phoenix, we have to climb 3 really big hills, and like he said, and a lot of other ones. And so it would it would slow us down big time in our gas truck. So we thought, hey, the diesel's the way to go.
Right? And when it had air conditioning, it would just...
Now we just
chug right
laugh. Because really, you guys, at this point, it's all we can do is laugh. I mean, really, we feel like it's just turning into a comedy show. Oh, I was also going to say, we've had so many comments. Too many to count. I mean, again, we love the comments. We love reading the comments. We read literally every single comment. And it's getting harder and harder to reply to them. So if you're waiting for a response to your comment, it might be a little while because there's a bunch. But we've had so many comments on why in the flip don't we just take it to a air conditioning shop, to a mechanic's garage, to just someplace else and get it fixed. And then we've even had a good friend of ours, Tab. Hey, Tab. He said, because we're like, we have a 7-year warranty. We do not want to void the warranty. And he sent us a link to something that I'm going to read while we're making this drive today that says it's actually against the law for them to void the warranty if we take it somewhere else. So we're going to check into that. But here's the deal, you guys. If we take it to another shop somewhere to get it fixed that would not be under warranty, it would most likely cost us thousands of dollars. So Ford needs to fix it. Ford needs to stand behind their product. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Third-party repair shop, not only is it out of pocket for us, should something go wrong with that, then we cannot take it back to Ford and have it fixed under warranty.
Because then Ford would say, somebody else did this, so not our problem, right? Coming up to another one of the big hills. And I know on the camera you probably can't see it, but this is definitely one of the big climbs.
And it's only 6, maybe 7% in some spots. But it's a long climb.
It's a long climb, yeah.
And the road's nice now that they've fixed it some. But it used to be long and bumpy.
That's right.
Now it's just long.
I can't believe we haven't found any semis
Me
yet
too.
crawling along. Usually that's all we do is drive in the right lane or left lane passing semis that are crawling uphill.
As soon as you hit the top, drop down the other side.
First we go up and now we go down.
Remember, go down a hill in the same gear that you came up the hill in.
Yeah?
Yes.
Why is that?
So that you don't run out of control.
Okay.
It's just good towing practice.
Gotcha. So I just thought that I would point out to you guys that, for the foreseeable future, I hope you're okay with us giving you some content like this, our little day trip down to Phoenix, because it's pretty much all we're going to be doing. Without a truck to pull the Airstream, there's lots of things that we can do, within a couple hours, 2 to 3 hours of where we live. And so we're gonna try to do some of those things. Somebody did point out, we had a couple of subscribers point out in the comments that, because we had talked about, the weather's going to get nice and then, it doesn't really matter that we don't have air conditioning or whatever. But it was pointed out to us that our defroster will not work. And that's not a good thing in cold weather to not have a defroster. So
Sure.
One more reason why we won't be able to take the truck anywhere. And anyway, just wanted you to know that we're just going to be doing some day trips here and there so that we can still feel like we're getting out and seeing and doing and, that kind of thing.
We'll have some other RV content as well because we're backed up. This whole thing put us off our schedule of what we were going to do. Yeah, we still have a lot of stuff that we haven't shown you from our trip to the Pacific Northwest. Yeah.
When we went to Yellowstone and different things. So
we have some Airstream, like I made my own batteries and put them in. We want to show you that. How we travel with our pets. But yeah, it's...
And And Dee will always put dates. I like it when he puts dates on the videos, because when I'm watching other YouTube channels, and I watch a lot of them, I love to see the date. I like to know, when was this recorded? I don't know why, I just do. I
don't
just
know
like
why.
that. So I like it for Dee to do that on our videos, because he does all the editing. So here we go. Okay, we're getting into Saguaro land. That's not the name of a place. It's just that.
Is that like a theme park? Tomorrowland.
Yeah, it's a theme park at Disneyland. It's just that now we're starting to see the saguaros. So, you know, if y'all are like really intrigued with the desert out west here, well, there you go.
So yeah, quick lesson in speaking Southwest. They are saguaro cactus, not saguaro.
Yeah, there's a G, but it's a silent G.
It is the Mogollon rim, not the Mogollon rim.
Yep.
What else you got?
If a city here that a lot of people know in Arizona, Prescott, not Prescott, it's Prescott.
Gila Bend. not
Gila Bend.
Gila Bend.
Down south, also Ajo, AJO.
Casa Grande, not Casa Grande.
Yeah, Casa Grande. Well, I'm sure there's a lot of others. Okay, tell us what you guys do in your state, because in our state, in Arizona, the interstates are known as the 10, or, the 60 is not an interstate, but it's a highway.
The 17, the
The
101.
17, the 101. And so I've wondered, in other states, do you call them the, 90 or 60 or 40 or whatever, or do you call it something differently? Let us know.
I-90.
Yeah. Did we call it I-90 when we lived in Washington? We called it the 90.
The 90.
Probably. Something bad happened there with all that black.
Yep.
And there.
It's a fire
And
and another fire.
Is this a fire zone?
It is now.
Is this where cars burst into flames? Actually, you can see that the mountain burst into flames at one point. I'm not a fan of the desert. I don't think it's that pretty. I try to find beauty in it, but I suck at it. But I do love the saguaros. Fun fact, for every, now I gotta get my fact right. I might have to fact check this and have Dee put it on the screen. Saguaros, to tell their age, they grow 40, it takes 40 years for them to grow how tall?
I thought it was like a foot a decade or something.
Shoot.
We'll look it up.
I know at the Arizona Botanical Gardens, they said I thought it was something about, maybe it's because there was one that was about 4 feet tall. They said it was about 40 years old. So yeah, you're probably right. Dee's always right.
Very surprised there's no semis that we're passing here too. Where are they all?
Right? Never, ever have I made this trip without a bazillion semis. Are they on strike? We are on the final big hill now. And when we reach the top of this, we'll be able to see the valley.
And from here, you will not have cell reception for about 5 miles. All of this burned a couple of years ago, so it's really
Yeah, it looks like the apocalypse or something.
more barren than usual.
Very barren, very, very dead looking. I'm always sad when I see burned saguaros. A lot of them survive though. Sometimes they'll get burned at the bottom, but they keep on going. Of course, this area is pretty much in just a constant state of drought. But it is fun on the years where we have a good bit of rain. Then you can always see, you can tell by the saguaros the rain, because when all of a sudden you'll see on a saguaro limb where it's like it's got like a tight ring around it. It almost looks like it's had a band tied around it. That's because at that point it didn't get enough water and it starts to sink in and they kind of cave in. But then when they start getting enough water, then the growth after that is more chubby. Anyway, so they'll just have these different bands around them.
We went to a dermatologist first.
I had a dermatologist.
She had a great checkup. She A+, all that good stuff.
I've had melanoma, so I have to go twice a year.
Yeah. We were 15 minutes away from the MRI facility and got the text, there's an emergent event, don't come in. We were 15 minutes away, so we drove by. It looked pretty emergent.
Fire trucks, cops everywhere. I even called. It took like 10 minutes on the phone to get to a person to say, you know, we don't know what exactly is going on at that location, but they've evacuated the area and we're going to have to reschedule you. And I'm like, we drove 3 hours for this appointment. So, oh well, now we get to do it again.
And then we went to get some dog food. We went and looked at RVs because when you're in the valley, you go look at some RVs.
And they have an indoor center that we went to. That was
amazing.
fun.
That was so fun. La Mesa RV. While we were there, I got an email from the Better Business Bureau. As you know, or you may not know, once they told us we're not going to put the compressor in your truck. On
the 12th when we went in.
On the 12th, thank you. We came home and filed with the Arizona State Attorney General and the Better Business Bureau.
Haven't heard back from the Attorney General.
Have not. I expect to get the same reply back that we got from the Better Business Bureau.
Then we have to get mad all over again.
We do. Well, you read that. And we will keep the film of you reading that.
Oh.
And that's how you will know what they said. Right here. Today has been just a day full of lies, in my opinion, from Ford. Every time we turn around, there's been another lie told about it, which gives a hint to what the video title is going to be. So today, we got a response back from Ford Corporate. Cindy's going to read to you what they said.
So this is written to Ms. Brown. So that's
the Better Business Bureau.
Okay. So I spoke with the dealer principal, Guy Hatch. That's the owner of Sholo Ford. On September 19th, 2024, and was advised that Mr. Hathaway brought the vehicle to Sholo Ford on August 26th, 2024, and parts were ordered. We didn't even take it that day. Did we take it that day? I thought that was the phone call day.
The phone call was the 24th.
Okay. Oh, and parts were ordered. He advised that Mr. Hathaway took his vehicle with him to return once the parts arrived. Guy Hatch advised that the part arrived and the repair was scheduled for September 13th, 2024, and Mr. Hathaway has declined the repair. It says it right there. Liars. If you have further questions or concerns, you can reach out, blah, blah, blah.
For clarification, we took it in on the 12th of September when our appointment was, and they said, we're not going to take it. The compressor's not going to fix it. We don't want to be liable. Take your keys.
You heard the video recording of that. Oh my
They told us take it and go home. And now they've told Ford Corporate and the Better Business Bureau that we refused to let them fix it. What a bunch of liars.
You sit on a throne of lies.
Liars.
This is ridiculous. It has become so much more than just getting our air conditioning fixed at this point.
100%. It's
ridiculous.
Yeah, so we messaged Guy Hatch. We're going to give him a chance to say what's going on.
He read the text. I messaged him. I said, hi, Guy, D and Cindy Hathaway here. If you could give us a call at your earliest convenience to discuss our truck situation, that would be great. We just got some very disturbing information that we'd like to talk to you about. Thanks so much.
So after we got that, we were just like, Andrea did say that Sholo Ford had told her we would not let them fix it. So we called and left a message with the owner of Sholo Ford, and he called us back and admitted that yes, he did tell the Better Business Bureau that because his service manager told him that. And we were like, why would we do that? Now, if you remember from go watch last week's video, and I won't have to keep saying remember, but you had called him.
Remember in last week's video, I mentioned that I called the owner of Sholo Ford and I kind of left an angry voicemail and I felt bad about that because, you know, but I was so mad. And I was mad because we went in there thinking they're going to put a compressor in our truck because they had a compressor for our truck. D took a half a day off work because it's 45 minutes one way. I drove my Jeep. He drove the truck. We go in there. They say, no, Ford said not to put the compressor in. That won't fix it. So we're not going to put the compressor in. So I was mad when I called him. Why else would I have been mad if I was the one or we were the ones that denied the service? We were mad because they wouldn't put the compressor in. I'm getting mad again.
He said that we said we wouldn't let them fix it unless they could 100% guarantee that it was going to be fixed.
100%.
Everybody out there, can you 100% guarantee anything that you sell?
Anything.
Can't.
I mean,
It's
good
just-
grief. You warranty
it's
it
live.
because it's possible something's going to go wrong.
And like I said, I'm assuming they lied to the state attorney general. Fortunately, I have a recording of them caught in their lies when he said, I even asked for a loaner. Well, can we get a loaner and leave the truck here? He said, I don't have any loaners. And he said the whole thing was nobody was talking to them either. Until that day, our beef has been with Ford, not Sholo Ford.
Henry.
Henry
We've
Ford,
been mad with Henry. In the conversation, Guy said, I've got a compressor sitting on my shelf with your name on it. You want me to put it in your truck? Bring your truck in, I'll put it in. But I guarantee you it is going to blow up again. You will be lucky to get 100 miles out of it.
Yep.
Maybe you'll get to 300 miles, but that's the best you're going to get.
And then who are you going to be mad
Yeah,
at?
he says, and then who are you going to be
You're
mad
not
at?
going to be mad at Ford. You're going to be mad at Sholo Ford.
But Dee said,
We have to take this step. We have to have it put in because Ford thinks we're refusing service on it.
We're like, we wanted you to put that compressor in.
Yeah. There were
So,
a lot of lies.
The
in
end
there.
of the conversation, the end of the phone call with Guy was, bring it in. Bring in the truck. We'll put the compressor in. Can you bring it in tomorrow? Yes, we can. What time can you be here? What time do you want us to be there? So we got there, I don't know, a little after 8.
Yeah.
And dropped off the truck. And they, of course, Guy had told us on the phone that just yesterday, he said, we replaced 3 of these compressors. And my thought was, why didn't Ford tell you not to put those compressors in their trucks?
Right.
Why did Ford tell you not to put the compressor in our truck? Anyways, but he said, and when we take those compressors off, we find that there are metal shavings throughout the entire AC system. He said, so I guarantee you, it's going to blow up. I mean, he was mad. He was yelling.
Very mad. He was. I was upset.
It's just so frustrating, you guys. It's literally a nightmare. Tomorrow will be 14 weeks since our air conditioning went out. But anyways, so that phone call with Guy was on Thursday afternoon on our way back up the mountain from Phoenix. And Friday morning, we took it in, dropped it off, and the service manager said that, we've got 3 other trucks in front of you with the same situation. And, maybe as we're working on those, maybe by then Ford will figure out what the problem is, and maybe we'll know more by the time we get to yours. So Dee's thinking it's going to be there for a couple of weeks. My prediction, 2 months, 6 to 8 weeks at least. So so currently our truck is in Sholo at the dealer, sitting out on the lot because, they're doing those other trucks first, which is fine. But for all of you who have commented and said, take it to the dealer and leave it there. Well, we've tried. I mean, we've taken it in and they've sent us away. But finally this time they took it. So we'll see. We'll see what happens.
We'll keep you posted.
If it gets fixed.
Again, thank you for the support that you have shown. We're recording this Sunday. So yesterday, as this gets released, we just hit 2,000 subscribers, which is...
That's awesome.
We knew we'd get there someday. We just thought it was going to be a lot longer. So 95% of the people who watch these still aren't subscribed. So go ahead and subscribe.
Crazy. It's so crazy.
We do read every comment. This has inspired people, let's say, to comment a lot. And so it's going to take a while for us to reply to all the comments, but we do read through them. If you just got a heart, we liked what you said. It does take a lot to reply to. Gosh, how many comments?
And
Over 1,000.
we certainly are seeing how so many YouTubers out there that this is their full-time job, because it's a lot of work just reading all the comments, and it's a lot of sometimes it's a little bit of hurt reading the comments because some people just like to be mean. We can even appreciate the mean comments, I suppose, hey, and for most of those, thanks for watching.
Right. You guys are idiots for buying a Ford. Well,
yeah, well,
turns out
we know.
You nailed it. To the
We
person
know.
who said, how many people have not bought Fords because of you now? I will get to that and reply and let you know once I have an account.
It's going to be tough.
It's going to be a couple of dozen who have not bought a Ford.
What about the
because
guy
of this.
just the other day that
Fleet.
was a fleet? He
So,
was buying a fleet through
however
Ford, and
many
because
that-
of our videos and our experience, he's going to a different brand, and I can't remember which one, if he even said. But yeah, those have just been coming in daily on people that are canceling orders that they've got, or just changing their mind that they're not going to get a Ford. Even people that have been Ford people for 40 years are saying, yeah, no, we're not doing Ford anymore. So we appreciate that. We appreciate that support, and we're glad for you. We're glad for you, and hope that we've saved you some headache and some expense and just a lot of a big nightmare. We hope we've saved you a big nightmare, because this is ridiculous. And the thing is, if it was just us, it would be one thing, but we are hearing from so many people that this is not just us. I mean, we're even hearing from our local dealer here in Show Low, like I said, 3 compressors with the exact same issue that are in line in front of us. Guys, we live in a very small town on the top of a mountain in Arizona. The fact that there are 4 that we know of Fords with this issue, to me, seems pretty significant.
We understand that parts will break. You might get a bad batch. They're going to have to be replaced. That's why we got a truck with a warranty, so I don't have to fix my cars anymore. But it's the way you treat people that makes the big difference, and that's why we won't have a Ford product again. Is the way
service has just been terrible. And I got to tell you, we are laughing at a lot of, because I know last week in the video we were mentioning how so many people are saying, I've got this vehicle and my AC is ice cold, and we're like, oh great, thanks for bragging,
It's fun.
So we've been getting a lot more of those, and we see it. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they're doing it in fun, because they know that we kind of get a kick out of that. So good for you. We're glad that your air conditioning's working really good.
Thanks for commenting.
Yes, we just really appreciate that very much.
What else you got?
I don't know. I'm going to go paint again.
My battery's about dead. My battery's okay. The camera battery's about dead. All right, I'm going to go edit this so we can put it out tomorrow. Say goodnight, Gracie.
Good night. Good night? What do you mean good night? Goodbye.
Right.
See you down the road.
See you.
Happy travels. Safe travels. Ciao. Hair check.
Oh, yeah. You see what we have to go through.
Are we rolling?
Yeah.
I am.
We're literally rolling.
And rolling.
Because of the dogs. Hi, I'm Prince Charming. And
I'm Diane Keaton.
There you go. No comments.
Okay, and scene. No, wait, that's the end.
Okay.
And take 4.
Have any idea what the date is?
Today,
Yeah.
26th.
Okay.
I'm not doing a very good job of holding this steady.
Andrea called. I don't want to use her name too much.
Why?
I don't know.
her
They
name?
don't know her. Do you guys know Andrea? Tell her we say hi. So,
Yeah.
You wait here. I'm going to go get the laptop, and then I'm going to read you just a little bit of that.
You weren't very prepared.
I was not prepared at all.
Bear with.
Bear with.
Bear with.
Should have had it highlighted. It's right there on the tree.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's not just dogs, it's stupid squirrels. The squirrels are they're tormentors. I wish that back door was open. They could go out and then we could lock them out.
Take 5. Well, take 3. Dogs outside. Come on.
Well, that'll be good for outtakes, because boy, I jumped when he barked.
Me too.
Scared me to death.
Y'all have to get used to the dogs if you're going to keep watching videos.
Right? I mean, sorry. We have dogs, and
Yeah.
they are our family.
And I remember when my family first met you, they called us Farrah and Fabio.
Yes.
I don't know. So there you have it. More lies from
I
Ford.
thought this was going to be so much You made me wait 2 hours to hear that. I thought I was waiting for her to say, they've decided to buy it back.
Oh, you know better than that.
Well, but why else would you make me wait 2 hours to hear that?
These guys are wondering also. They're like, why did you even play that for us?
Okay, this truck's playing chase. I don't like the trucks. Get away from him. Gee, I'm not a good passenger.
I am getting mad all over again. I told myself I wasn't going to, but here we are.
Where were we going with that?
I don't know.
I don't either.
What about now? Are we done?
Is it now? And scene. See, that's the problem.
That's okay.